Hey, what's up guys, Flashfire here. Today I am bringing you another team building video. As you can see, today we are building with Mega Manectric. Now before we get started, if you can, leave a like right down below this video. If this video reaches 25 likes, I will leave a pastebin file of this team down in the description, so you guys can just go ahead, click on that, and copy and paste the team into Showdown and play with it. So, without any further ado, we're going to get into the team builder. As always, there will be links to the battles up above my head as soon as they are uploaded. They will not be uploaded on the day that the team builder is uploaded though, surprisingly. Anyway, we're building with Mega Manectric today, and I want to build a kind of a Vault Turny looking team, because I feel like that kind of suits Mega Manectric really well. So I'm just going to quickly go over my Mega Manectric set, and then we'll jump into the rest of the pokes. This is a very, very standard Mega Manectric. We just have Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, and Hidden Power Ice. Obviously, Flamethrower lets you hit stuff like Ferrothorn and Scizor, and Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, just powerful stab. Volt Switch is always great for Switch Initiative, and then Hidden Power Ice is there for your 4x weaknesses, like your Garchomps and your Dragonites and all that kind of stuff. So that's the moveset really. Obviously we're running max special attack, max speed, just because we can, and we're running timid to speed tie with the other base 105s, and I think we go to base 135 when we mega, which lets us speed tie with Mega Lopunny, so that's great. Also, we've gone for the Lightning Rod ability over the Static ability, fairly self-explanatory. It gives you a +1 if you switch in on an electric move. So like if your opponent's in with a Rotom and you really think they're going to go for a Volt Switch, you can switch this in, go to +1 and hit them really hard with a Thunderbolt or something like that. So that's always great. So that's our Manectric. Now something that pairs quite well with Mega Manectric is like a fast, you kind of want to like fast ground type physical, that kind of thing. I really want to use Lando. I'm going to use a I want to use a Choice Scarf, Landorus T, kind of more offensive than defensive. I usually run defensive variants of this, but I want to run offensive because it pairs with Mega Manectric better, and I want this team to be kind of quite offensive, quite quick, hit really hard, and have a lot of momentum. So obviously this is going to be Volt Turny, we want U-turn, and we want Earthquake for stab. And then obviously some of the best coverage in the game is Edgequake, so we're going to go for Earthquake, Stone Edge, U-turn, and Superpower, I think, because I don't normally run this. I normally go for Knockoff, but with this team we just want to be hitting as hard as possible, as regularly as possible. So we're going to go for Superpower. It also lets us reliably KO Mega Lopunny and that kind of thing, so that's why we've done that. We are going to go 252 attack, and I believe I decided on 232 speed and Jolly Nature. Basically what this means is we outspeed, I think we outspeed up to Scarf Jolly Tyranitar, which is always, no, wait, is it Tyranitar? No, it's Scarfed, no, it's Scarf, it's Adamant Megazard X with a Dragon Dance up. That's what we outspeed with that speed investment. Also just, you know, all the things below base 90 that are Scarf. But, we've gone for that to do that, and also it makes us slightly slower than other Choice Scarf Lando Ts, because a lot of Choice Scarf Lando Ts will just be running Jolly max speed. Makes us slower than them, so we can get a slow U-turn off and take the Switch Initiative off them. So that's why I've gone for that. Yeah, that's my Lando choice. Now, as I said, this wants to be a Volt Turn team, so that's one Volt Turn core. My next Volt Turn core that I want to use, I'm kind of just going through this really quickly. I have a really clear plan of what I want to build in my mind. So, my next Volt Turn core, I really want to be Rotom Wash and Tornadus. Tornadus T. Now, normally, if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you'll know that I normally like to run Choice Scarf Tornadus T because it messes up Landos, but we're not going to be doing that today. We're going to be changing it up because we have Mega Manectric, and I'm seeing less and less Scarf Lando at the moment. I don't know if you guys are too, but that's just me. Anyway, there we go. I can spell, I promise. So we are actually going to run Assault Vest Tornadus today. And obviously with my headphones, no! Obviously with Regenerator and U-turn, you just have a great time. Basically, you can come in with this, even on Stealth Rocks or whatever, you can come in with it, switch into something or switch in to threaten something, and go for a U-turn and get back up to full health, which is just great. Regenerator is awesome on this thing. And we're gonna make this, I think, specially offensive with some physical utility moves. So U-turn is obviously a utility move. We also want to run Knockoff for utility because this can threaten a lot of things out. Hurricane is just so powerful that it threatens a lot of the tier. So we've gone for U-turn, knock off, hurricane, focus blast. Basically, this allows us to switch in on special threats and predict switches into other stuff and knock them off and things. So I'm going to be running an EV spread that looks a little something like this, because what this allows us to do is it allows us to, this is the thing that outspeeds Mega T-Tar after Choice Scarf T-Tar. This allows us to outspeed Choice Scarf up to Choice Scarf T-Tar and just generally a bunch of other stuff like the Latties and all that kind of stuff. Latties, Thunderous, all the stuff that's basically below. I think it allows us to outspeed up to base 115. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong, to be honest. Definitely 110 though, and that's the biggest speed tier really in OU. So that's great. And that much special attack investment is just enough to OHKO Keldeo with a Hurricane. So that's what we've got all of that stuff for. It also lets us 2-hit KO Ferrothorn, most Ferrothorn variants that is, with Focus Blast, and Skarmory with a Focus Blast. So that's great. That's basically what this set's for. Mainly switching in on special threats and taking hits. Now, my Rotom, I'm really enjoying using Citrus Berry and Thief on Rotom, which sounds really dumb, I know. But it's really good. It's so much fun, because if you can get this in on someone else's Rotom, get them to bring you down into Citrus range, you can go for Thief. I've had it happen before where my Citrus is popped and I've stolen a Citrus off another Rotom, and it's just the best thing. So I really like running Thief. It's kind of dumb, but I never really know what to run in my 4th Rotom move slot anyway, so I don't feel like I've lost any utility there. Obviously Pain Split's an option, but I don't really like it that much. So that's the set we're going to go for. Now, my thing is, I have it in my mind that I want another physically defensive Pokemon on the team. Obviously, Lando's quite physically defensive, even if it's not running Bulk, because it has the Intimidate. It kind of gives it a bit pseudo Bulk. This is specially defensive. I want to have another specially defensive thing. I don't know if that's a workable rationale, but whatever. We're going to go 44 speed, because that allows us to outspeed all Azumarill, unless they're Scarfed, but then who runs Scarf Azumarill? It allows us to outspeed all Scarfed Azumarill and burn them, which is always great. And we're just going to run max special defense and blah. Yeah. So 44 speed is enough to outspeed all variants of Azumarill. We've got our moveset. We've got our bulk. That's fine. Just need to name you. And there you go. Now, I said I was going to be running another physically defensive poke. That Pokemon is Mew. I really want to run Mew. I'm really enjoying using Mew recently. I don't know why, I've only just discovered it for some reason, but I feel like it's really good. And this is going to be our defogger. Obviously, that's going to be quite important because Kapora is weak to Stealth Rocks, and everything else, I'm pretty sure, takes neutral damage from Stealth Rocks. So we want to be able to keep the rocks away generally. So we're going to go defog and then Roost, obviously, to get rid of our flying typing and recover. Stops us from being weak to electric and ice attack. I'm joking, of course. Mew is psychic type. Leave me alone. So we're going defog, Roost, Will-O-Wisp, and knockoff. Is just kind of utility. It's just a nuisance, really. This thing is actually so bulky. So many teams have trouble getting through this thing, it's unbelievable. So, especially with Synchronize, because if they want to Toxic you, they get Toxic back, and it's just a great time. I mean, you are Toxic as well, but whatever. Anyway, so this is the set we are running. We're going to put 8 in Special Defense, and we are going to go, I think, Impish, because we're running a physical attacking move. We don't want to reduce our damage output at all, you know? And you need to be shiny, and you need to be called blue. The reason I'm running physically defensive Mew, by the way, I feel like it's got solid defensive typing, and because it's a defog Mew and it's physically defensive, it will the defog part will often bait in Bishop that wants to get a free +2. And if you can predict that and go for a Will-O-Wisp, then I think you take about 30% from a knockoff after you've burned a Bishop. So that's perfect. That's why I'm running physically defensive. Also, as I said, just a nice defensive typing, really. So that's what we're going to go for there. And the final Pokemon. I have built and tested this team before I did this video. Something that I found this team was quite weak to was Fairy, because I was originally running an SD Diggersby here. Something that I was really weak to was Fairy, so I really want to run a Heatran. And because I already have quite a few bulky Pokemon, I'm going to try something a bit different. I'm going to run Choice Specs on my Heatran. Probably a questionable idea, but it's what we're going to go for. We are running Choice Specs and Stealth Rock, because we are good at Pokemon, and our attacking moves are going to be Flash Cannon, Fire Blast, and Earth Power. And that is going to be our heat round. We're going to go max special attack, max speed, timid. And I really feel like this actually threatens out a lot of the tier. I know it's not the fastest thing in the world. We're going to put 4 in special defense so that download users download physical attack rather than special attack. Not that there's many download users in OU anyway. But yeah, I feel like this really is a threat to the tier, and no one runs it. No one runs Choice Specs Heat Round. There's probably a reason for that. But I feel like the surprise factor is really good. It gives us some more extra coverage on the team, which is great. It gives us steel and fire coverage, basically. Those are some really good coverage types, I feel. And it also gives us a great switch into Mega Altaria. Mega Altaria would bone this team otherwise. So, that's the team, guys. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. If I've missed anything, let me know in the comments down below. If there is anything on the team that you would change, that you personally do not like about the team, or something you would rather run than what I'm running, let me know down in the comments below. I want to see what you guys think of the team, and I will try out your suggestions in some of the battle videos with it. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.